Welcome back. Now, I want to show us some code and how to do some basic things in R. Now, this is the code editor. Okay, this is where you put your code, and this is the console. So whatever you put here, the results and the code line will be displayed here. Of course, you can decide to write your code here, but whatever you write here cannot be saved. So better you write your code in the in the code editor. Then the scripts will compile it and display it here. If your code is successful, it's going to be here. If there is any error, it will display here at the console. Then when you write your script, if there's warning, if there's anything you need to correct, I'll ask capacity to show you, oh, you're supposed to do this. Then you have this part of the editor is for display view. You have viewer, you have help, you have packages. You can install your package from here too. You can put your file here. You can export your visualization, your graphs, or your whatever results you have. You can export them in PDF. You can export in JPEG or PNG. Then this is the other environment where you have your connections, your history. This is you can see here that the data is displayed. Gender, it tells you the number of observation. That's the number of observation is the number of um, rows, right? Number of rows you have. Maybe you have about 1,000 records. That's 1,000 of the observation. Then the variables are the number of columns you have. So here I have 199 observation, and I have 300. I have 33 variables altogether. Now, like I said, when I click on view, I want to view the data. You see view data analysis. Data analysis is the name of the file, the data I'm reading in R. Now, so if you see this, you see a lot of hashtag. When you see hashtag in R or Python, is for clean code. We call it clean code, so that another person can take your code and read it. You try to label it and say, oh, this code I'm writing, this is what it does. Then you write the code under. Then you move on to the next one, like that. Now, so I said hashtag import CSV table. So this is a code for importing CSV table. Hashtag scatter plot of the income and education. So I want to look at the relationship between education and income in a scatter plot. So I write this code. This is a code for it. I plot. So if I click here, right, I put my cursor here and I tell it to run. You have the scatter plot here. Now it's giving me some warning messages about the parameters that I put. I don't care. I just want to see the scatter plot, and this is what you see. I asked it to put analysis. I asked it to put monthly income in the y-axis and put education in the x-axis. So this is what we have. So it's telling me that the, the monthly income of people who are who have less education, zero is like they are illiterate, and this relationship with their income. Okay, then people who have the highest education there was I think junior secondary school. This is the income they have. It's about maybe 25,000 naira in a month. Though some are, like I said, an outlier, where someone did not go to school at all, and is one of the people earning the highest in terms of income. Now, so and I said, okay, I want to make it beautiful. I want to design my output. Then I put a symbol. Symbol is to put some colors, R is known for good visualization. So if I run it, this is what I have. So I interchange. I don't like what I saw in the other one, so I put income here in in the in the y-axis. I put education in y-axis, then I put income in x-axis. Then you can see it's still almost the same thing, but the variable now is different. So now the outlier we have now is people with little education and with uh, highest people with highest kind of education, like five maybe. Then their income is still within, it's still not at variance. It's still at variance with their level of education. So education in that place and income is not does not correlate. So what I'm looking at in a model that I'm trying to do, one of the underlying assumption about regression model is something that we call non-collinearity. Non-collinearity means there is no linear correlation between the variables. So if you are running your variables, if you are doing your expository data analysis and the variables are correlating at a very high rate, maybe you have a correlation of at 95% confident, your correlation is going to almost one, like 0.9999. Then that means they are correlated. So if they are correlated, there is linear relationship between them. Then you can use it for regression analysis. So if you are learning how to do regression analysis for your interpretation or to do your company analysis based on regression, there are different kind of regression analysis you can do. Then you should look at data exploratory analysis first to look at relationship between all the variables of interest that you want to use to run your linear regression. Now, then I went on to say, oh, let me see the histogram. What's the histogram saying? Now, this is my histogram. I designed my histogram and make it fine. I decided to use yellow. So I look at the education in the histogram. I see that, oh, so 150% of them, of the 199, have didn't go to school. So about 90% of them do not have basic education. So that's what you see here. 0 to 1 is no formal education at all. They were all fishermen. Of course, it's a village in Lekki, in Ibeju Lekki. Then now I look at it now and say, okay, let me run the correlation analysis between income and analysis. I've seen it in the scatter plot that there is no linear correlation. There's no correlation between them. Then I now look at it in the real correlation analysis. Then I test the correlation. I ask it to give me the person person product moment correlation is what I use. So it's telling me that the correlation between them, oh, sorry. So you can see the figure saying the correlation between them is negative. You have a negative correlation and it's zero point 0 at 0.09. So the correlation is negative. It's already negative. Then it's 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 less than zero, 0.09. So it's less than zero. It's not even close. So they have zero correlation and it's negative. So the relationship is negative. That means they're not collinear, they're not collinearity. And that's one of the things I must see. Then I now went on to write my regression model using linear modeling in R to run my regression model. So when I run my regression model, I have my summary, I have my analysis. Then another thing you can look at is the summary of the data. You know, you can do summary in data. Now let me quickly write. Let me put it after the histogram hashtag summary. Then I'll tell it to summarize. You can see R is a very powerful. It's telling me, okay, you want to summarize. Okay, you can just click. And what do I want to summarize? Analysis new, which is the name of it. It's giving me again. Then I'll tell it to summarize. See, this is a summary of all the data. You have your minimum, you have the first quarter, the median, the mode, the the median, the mean, the third quarter, the maximum. You know, all these things are very important. So you see, the mean of the gender between 1 and 2, 1.4, because you don't need the mean for a gender. Gender is gender. It's either you are a female or male. There's nothing in between. So then we now look at, okay, let's look at the mean of the income. The mean of the income is 3.13. So the 3 point income is like when you are earning like 15,000 naira in a month. So they have an average income of the population of 15,000 naira per month. That's their mean income. Then when it comes to household number, like I said, I categorize them into two: below five household number, then above five household number. Then now, so we now have the mean of 1.2, 1.7. That's like two. So that means, on a average, the population have household number above one, above five members. The average household number in that place is above five members. Then some of them, I look at house ownership. Do they own their houses? So is that you own it or not? Which is yes or no. So I use yes or no, I use one or two. So it's telling me that the median is also 1 point. So some of them, half of them own their houses, half don't are tenants. Those are the things we do in statistics, and I told you that data science as its foundation or its tradition in statistics. So statistics is a powerful um, analytical model that we use to understand our world. We use to interpret our daily activities. We need to interpret our decision making. It's is 100% a function of statistical output of, of analysis of research, to gain insight into issues of concern so that we can make decisions based on this. So I would like you to follow us up after this time out in learning more about R and the capacity of R. Thank you for having you. Bye.